Welcome back to the Cool Fears channel. I'm your host, Justin the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on the channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And welcome to episode 35 of my in-depth behind-the-scenes toy photography video series here on the Cool Fears channel. If you do enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out and thank you to channel sponsor Entertainment Earth. Check out my Entertainment Earth affiliate link down in the description below to check out some Cool Fears, get some free shipping, and of course, help support the channel. In this video series, I will dive in depth at a shot that I took from my Epic Shots by Cool Fears page. That's where I post my more thought out plan and more edited pics. I will go in depth about my setup, my lighting, my idea behind the pic, the figures used, the diorama, and the overall process. So jumping right on into this week's episode, guys, once again, we are with John Wick. Like I said, we have a few coming your way because I just found a few good screenshots from, the movies across the way, and I wanted to replicate them in toy form. And even though we are using all Mezco figures, once again, Mezco Pink Skulls, as well as the Mezco John Wick, and even though the Mezco John Wick is quite limited in articulations, I don't know why they would do that to such a, heavy stunt action oriented character, but single jointed elbows, no butterfly joint. Anyways, he can still pull off some really cool poses. So one of the screenshots that I found was, I believe, from John Wick Chapter 2 when he was in the catacombs and he's taking out those guys that are after him. And here we see, he's taking out two guys at once, as always. When is he not doing that? But he's just being John here. As you can see closely, that the pink skull he is holding is bleeding from his gut, so that's why his other hand is quite occupied, while the other one is being controlled by John, and then John is taking out the other guy that was essentially bum rushing him. But as you can see, he's been handled quite well. So that's pretty much the thought process and idea behind this pic right here. It's just a screenshot from John Wick Chapter 2, once again, of John in action. And once again, we are utilizing the NECA street scene dioramas as our background. Once again, all Mezco figures, John Wick, as well as the pink skulls. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for down here. I mean, there's not too much to it. Like I said, it's just John handling business as he should. So since we finished everything from the ground level, why don't we go ahead and grab the camera so we can take a look at everything from the top down. Alright guys, so here we are taking a look at the setup from the top down so we can take a look at all the lighting in effect, and starting off with the two key lights right up top right here. These are at full brightness in order to really capture and brighten up the whole entire scene, because there's a lot of little great details that you can see that sometimes don't always come out if you don't light a picture too well. But as always, down here we do have a cool blue light at about a quarter brightness in order to contrast with a warm orange light back there at full brightness. We do have a cube light back there in order to capture some atmosphere aerosol, as well as a cube light right here in order to light up John and the pink skulls at eye level right here. But yeah, as you can see, this guy is bleeding from his gut, and that's why he's a little preoccupied as John takes out his buddy right here. I am using the super action stuff, kind of blood stuff. I don't use blue tack in order to keep it on. I use this thing called alien tape. This is really gummy, sticky tape that you can just reuse and reuse and reuse. And thankfully, it didn't give me any hassle this time. Sometimes it doesn't stick too well, and I have to constantly try and get it to stay. Thankfully, I just kind of tapped it on, and it kind of stood there. So, yeah, you do get this really cool blood effect, like it's shooting out as John's shooting him up. He is connected to a Mezco stand in order to be balanced on this one foot. I probably could have balanced him on his own, to be honest, like this, but that would have just taken up a lot of time. And I feel like in the end, he would have toppled over, and well, yeah, he would have just ended up on the stand. So I am utilizing a can of atmosphere aerosol in order to hold the stand, so that way it's balanced out. And the pink skulls that are already taken out, they're kind of leftovers from the first John Wick shot that I did with them. They're kind of posed pretty well, and I don't really need them. I'm kind of pulling them as I need them, but I didn't really need them for this shot, so they're just kind of collateral damage in the background, as they have been for the past few weeks. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this week's episode. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any toy photography questions, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you've made it this far, type down in the comments below Boogeyman. That way I know you made it this far and you're enjoying the content. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the time lapse of me setting up this shot, as well as some behind the scenes photos, the photo itself, and of course the final edit. With that being said, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day.